All primary, secondary schools in Singapore to have lifts by 2026. Really waste money building lifts at school. Should ask students to exercise by using staircases. I see you exercise a lot too, by jumping to conclusions. Even you don't want to read the article. Look at the picture. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to EmKay. I'm your host, Robin, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/Murderedbywords. I've been excited for this one for a while. Let's get in there. Maybe some mothers are toxic because they're burnt out from doing it all alone because of absent fathers. Sorry I abused you, honey, but I was just so mad about your dad leaving. And you see, I had to take it out on someone close to me instead of going to therapy to manage my anger like a normal human being. So you see, it's really not my fault. Love you, hun. Kisses. At 22, most of my peers are financing cars, traveling every week, getting drunk every week, while I am finding ways to increase my income, connecting with people everywhere, making smart financial decisions, and still enjoying the present. Life is about choices. At 22, most of my peers are having fun, being cool, having sex, while I am jacking off to the Bloomberg terminal, making women uncomfortable, eating only unseasoned chicken. Life is about choices. I'm heavier than a whale, but I can float over a mountain. Which emoji am I? A company that doesn't let their workers unionize. That's what you are. Ain't that the truth? And it's a scary truth. I'm a clinical neuropsychologist and have co-written When Crisis Strikes, 5 Steps to Heal Your Brain, Body, and Life from Chronic Stress with Dr. Jennifer Love. Ask us anything. I'm curious, you mention evidence-based, but your book has a foreword by Daniel Amen, and in this AMA, you direct people to the Amen Clinic. I'm sure you're aware Daniel Amen is widely regarded by the medical establishment as a charlatan and modern-day snake oil salesman. I'm curious how you reconcile your medical and clinical neuropsychological training with the pseudoscience that you're directing people towards at the Amen Clinic. You're a piece of crap. Maybe you should move to Africa. I have dual citizenship, so I actually can. Meanwhile, you'll be stuck here, smelling of mayonnaise and waiting on your cousin to text you back for that dick appointment. Ho-ho! British urgently want the blood of the Irish people. NHS says it is vital that Irish people in Britain step forward to donate blood. They could try checking their hands. Oh God. There's no such thing as cultural appropriation. It exists. The issue is that some idiots don't know the difference between appropriation and appreciation. So they say things like, white people can't wear kimonos. An outsider wearing a war bonnet is an example of appropriation, but an outsider wearing Creole clothes isn't. Here's why. A war bonnet is an important thing for Native Americans. You have to earn the right to wear it. Conversely, Creole clothes are the national clothes of Dominica, but we don't take it that seriously. Doomers will drive a 2-ton hunk of metal at 50 miles per hour to the grocery store, but be afraid to actually enter the store. This is one of the funniest Doomer bits, in my opinion. For 99% of the population, driving to stores is far more dangerous than actually going in them. When it comes to automobiles, we've collectively decided that they make our lives much better, and so we have to live with the costs as they're unavoidable. Why can't we do the same with this virus? Oh boy, here we go. On average, 24,000 people die each year in car crashes in the United States, according to data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. COVID has now killed approximately 430,000 people in the US. I know math can be hard sometimes, but it's important to acknowledge that statistically speaking, COVID is by far the deadlier of these two things. It's not even close. Stay safe, mask up. But car dangerous. Why care about virus? There's no legitimate reason to ban transgender troops, period. Except when you're in a life or death situation and you aren't comfortable trusting the person next to you, but that doesn't matter, right? Brian, the enemy has surrounded us and we have nowhere to run. I don't think we're gonna get out of this. I have a plan that might save us, but I don't know if I can trust you. Hurry, show me your dick. It's the only way, Brian, the only way. I must see your genitals. Keep your personal business preferences to yourself. We put way too much on social media. Talk to your actual friends. Seeing as how you've documented it on social media, I'm guessing it's not too personal to ask this. Did a lack of self-awareness play a part in your divorce? Eating chips with chopsticks is unironically galaxy brain. Your fingers don't get greasy and it lasts for longer. Fork. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stab my crunchy foods and make them fall apart like an absolute, absent-minded, dunce, fool, clown, jester, like a monstrous moron, an idiot of Shakespearean proportions, a cretin. I feel like we cut it off before it got significantly better. Not to be that guy, but this isn't particularly difficult if you can juggle. That's really interesting. Are there other difficult things that can become easy once you learn how? Tried my hand at TikTok. This one struck a nerve. Vaccinate your kids. Vaccines work. Vaccines don't cause autism. Educate yourself, woman. I did, thanks. 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, 3 years of pediatric residency, 13 years of clinical practice. Yeah, but I Google. We cannot encourage people to make more money in unemployment than they do in employment. Gee, I wonder why giving people enough to live on comes out to more than minimum wage.
Huh, that is a mystery.
People who perform blood rituals and commit murders in the name of Satanism are guilty of cultural appropriation? Wow, that is some massive cognitive dissonance on your part. Oh, someone brought out the cognitive dissonance big boy words. Satanism does not include blood rituals or murder. Anton LaVey was consulted by Hollywood directors on how to portray Satanism. He was in movies depicting Satanism. Why did he present it as such? He was in Kenneth Anger's Invocation of My Demon Brother. So, you have trouble understanding the difference between a fictional film and reality then? Is that what you're saying? Or are you arguing that Rosemary's Baby was a documentary? You don't think universal healthcare qualifies as a charity handout? It's people financing other people's problems. Hey Trent, if your house catches on fire, I don't want my taxes to go towards financing your problems with my charitable handouts. Be a man and call around to get some quotes on quality firefighting services, you lazy sh**. Islam is a lie. I'm an ex-Muslim. Jesus is the only way. Damn, what sect were you a part of? Nihari or Pulau? I think my family is Pulau. Bro, those are food dishes. Playing video games for 37 years and still successfully retired. I'm thinking of deleting my son's Steam account. Should I really do it when he has over 500 games? How miserable are you as a person to delete something your own son enjoys? Does he play video games too much? I guess there's better things to do, like go out on the streets, get involved with some drugs, maybe pick up hobbies like looting and rioting like the rest of the kids out there that hate their parents. I'm 42, retired, and played video games all my life. Video games don't stop you from succeeding in life. This might sound weird, but let your son be happy and safe at home playing video games. Go find some hobbies of your own that make you happy. If you can't, seek help professionally on how to find your own happiness without ruining others. No feeling in his playing. He's just overrated. Guitar is subjective, fellas. I used to know people in the 80s that said Stevie was contrived, BB was a soulless sellout, and Albert only had 3 licks. These arguments are as old as my guitar in this video. If you feel it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. We all love guitar around here. That we can all agree with. Why don't you just give him a chance? I don't know, because I'm not physically or mentally attracted to him, and but he likes you or but he's really nice isn't going to change the fact that I'm not interested. Damn, I don't think women know how much this really hurts. Oh boy. I don't understand this you don't know how much that hurts stuff. Do men not remember rejecting women? Have they forgotten that they hold us to impossibly high standards of behavior and beauty? That our personality alone is not enough for most men? Us being a nice person isn't what men list as their prime quality in a woman. How come we're rejected constantly, compared to each other, pitted against each other, and pretty much just accept this and move on? But the second we do that to a guy, we're a friend-zoning bitch. And we're shallow and heartless. Normally, the men complaining about rejection would have no problem finding a lovely girlfriend if they just expand their idea of beauty. If you're not a stereotypical hot guy, don't expect to pull a stereotypical hot chick. It's not every man's right to have an extremely attractive girlfriend. It's not your right to have any girlfriend. And if you wouldn't date a woman based purely on her having a nice personality, why the f*** should any woman date you? Heterophobia just isn't a big deal. The most I've ever seen heterophobia is from Twitter idiots. Neither is homophobia then. Dude, I can get legally killed in 10 countries just for being gay. Are straights getting killed for being straight? No. I'm illegal in over 70 countries. How many countries are you illegal in? Some people want to be oppressed so bad. When I was in school in the 80s, Ireland was just this dangling bit on maps that never got mentioned, here be dragon style. In school in Ireland, we just learn about all the ways the Brits terrorized and destroyed our culture. Oh, that's a shame. They should really find room for math and stuff. Yeah, we do math. It's like, imagine you have 10 exports, and the English charge you the cost of those 10 just to rent land that they stole from you and outlawed you owning. And then you end up with one food crop to support yourself on because it was cheap and could grow in very small spaces. And then famine hits. And what percentage chance do you have of surviving? The answer to this equation is genocide. My cousin got me a new shirt, Best Gay Cousin. My daughter's always been a #1 fan, but this is not appropriate for her at all. As for us, we'll be taking all the clothes, bows, and bedroom decor down. I'm really sad about this. We follow biblical principles, and this does not represent the Bible at all. Best wishes! Make sure to tell her the part in the Bible which says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Oh, and don't forget, do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. If you hide behind the Bible as an excuse for hating gay people, or really anybody else at all, you're not actually a Christian whatsoever, and I will never recognize you as such. Decriminalize all drugs? So when a violent crime is committed by someone high on drugs, for instance, driving high and vehicular homicide occurs, or going into a violent rage while on meth, the law has its hands tied and the victim of the crime has less rights than a drug user? Exactly. When they legalized alcohol, we literally stopped arresting people for driving drunk. You can literally kill someone while drunk and they can't even arrest you. Just say, alcohol's legal, and they have to let you go. Slowly but surely turning into a militant state with this controlling Nazi government. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. My uncle was captured on a submarine during World War II, and they were tortured. And you think Canada is run by a Nazi government because a few people are getting ticketed? Yeah, do us all a favor. Cross your legs, hold your nose, and fart. You might just clear your mind, you clown. Twitter won't let you hashtag 1984, a dystopian novel about an evil big tech government that spies on everyone, censors and manipulates speech, punishes wrong thought, and tortures dissidents for sport. There's Orwellian, and then there's banning references to Orwellian. Oh look, hashtag 1984. Not only is this using Twitter's hashtag correctly, but it's also the original title of the book before later publishers numericized the title for book covers. I got a puppy and it's clingy. It follows me to the kitchen and everywhere. I'm starting to lose interest in the dog. So why is my puppy so clingy? Dogs are social animals, and if he or she was raised by a mother dog and had siblings, he or she would be used to a social environment and enjoy that. If you don't have interest in having a companion, I would suggest that you find the puppy a home with someone who actually wants that kind of relationship. And maybe get something that doesn't need attention back from you, like a tablet or a gaming console or a rock. You adopt or purchase a pet and then freak out because it's a responsibility of any level? You're an actual idiot. Should police officers in the United States refuse to enforce executive orders on mask wearing and social distancing? Wow, that's a despicable poll. Police enforce laws, not orders. Mandated social distancing is clearly and unambiguously a violation of the right to free assembly. It's the duty of all officers and all government employees to refuse to enforce unconstitutional laws and orders. The fact that so many law enforcement officers are on record stating that they won't enforce social distancing or any new gun laws proves that they were full of shit when they said we don't get to pick what laws we enforce during the past several decades of the war on drugs. So it was a major assault on human rights when a small-town baker didn't make a cake for a gay wedding. But big tech monopolies using their power to silence all dissent is just a simple matter of freedom of association. That's the logic, and it's insane. Yo, this you? Oh, hey, look, Matt Wall said something else before. Let's simplify. All business owners should have the right to refuse service to any person or group for any reason. Matt, you're a dumbass. Kobe Bryant was a planned killing, just like they tried to get me. I dodged the ambush. Don't trust anybody. This is a big, dirty industry. I'ma be honest with you, bro. You whipped and nay-nayed, and now absolutely no one knows who you are. And I know you're going to read this because you get no Twitter interactions, so speak back. Bruh. As a white Christian conservative male, oh boy, I support the school's gender-based dress code. Females should be chaste and not showing off their bodies, leading upstanding young men to temptation. Ban straight guys from driving. If they can't focus in school if girls show shoulders, how can they focus when driving by billboards with women jogging on them, or passing women on the sidewalk jogging in tank tops or shorts? Giving them control of automobiles is a public safety hazard. No new taxes, no bonds, no levies. Support spelling. Say yes to school bonds and levies. Bloody loud sonic boom over cams, courtesy of whatever that was. Hi there. Please, can we share your picture in our breaking news coverage? We'll credit you. Thanks. The sun? Absolutely not. Don't you have a vulnerable minority to go and terrorize or something? How does it feel when you open the fridge at midnight, but the only snack is you? Pickup lines are only for men who are hot. Hope you know that. Damn. I really have no comeback for that. Guess we can call it quits and go our separate ways then. Just because you took it well, I'll give you a second shot. Try again. Second shots are only for women who are hot. Hope you know that. Cheers! When you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. If you tell a man to get off your lawn, you're preventing that man's freedom of walking wherever he wants. If you threaten that man with a gun for trespassing on your lawn, you're suppressing his freedom. Your analogy sucks. Try harder. No, sorry. If you draw a comic, but only allow exclusive members to view it, you're treating one community of people better than others. Sorry, but I don't claim that my website's a free speech platform. Oh, neither does Twitter. The biggest crime of the last 50 years is people fundamentally misunderstanding what the free speech is and what the First Amendment actually protects. Thousands of Chinese students ditch Australia and fly home. Uni has been hell for me and my friends thanks to them. Being put in groups where they don't speak English or even live in Australia makes matters 10,000 times worse. LMAO, every international student has to go through an English proficiency test called IELTS, and a score of 6.5 is never accepted in any good university. And any person who scores a mere 6.5 out of 9 has fairly good enough English skills, so you're either lying out of hatred or you studied in some la-di-blah university that no one even knows. No, he's racist. Did you not pick up on that? I have a pregnant wife who's demanding sushi. The doctor recommended against sushi and I want to be a good husband, but I also don't want to die. Solutions? I don't know, probably just talk about how you make fun of abuse victims and hopefully she'll leave you. Problem solved, Steven. God, I can't wait for his meme to officially die one day. I'd still do him. Word, no homo. No, every homo intended. Perks of being bisexual. I'm not bisexual. I prefer the term heteroflexible. Heteroflexible generally falls under bisexual though, but I get ya. Straight and cis people will do anything to avoid being called what they are. And yet, you seem to want everyone to call you a wanker. Who are these guys? Wrong answers only. Comedians. Oh, did you really just dunk on Stephen Colbert? Really? Sure about that one, bud? I'm sorry, I think you're just gonna have to kiss my ass. So a high school junior should make $15 per hour? Oh boy, here we go. Yep, because wages are about the cost of labor, not your opinion about its value. If you get the kid's labor but he still can't feed himself, the taxpayers make up the difference, which means we subsidize your stinginess. We don't make laws based on what we assume a worker's life situation is. We have child labor laws that address the age at which someone can or should earn a wage. Once they're workers, they're the same under the law. So yeah, exploiting young people is kinda morally bankrupt anyway. I'll never understand the thought process behind young equals stupid and deserves to go through horrible bullshit. Boomers really just want to keep us young folks in a subservient position as long as they can before they die, dude. And on that glorious note, we have run out of posts for today's video, folks, but before we get going, let's take a look at the fan art. Looking through this subreddit, it's probably not worthy here, but oh well. Are you winning, EmKay? What do you mean not worthy here? Come on. Always remember, folks, if you even somewhat enjoyed this video, to consider dropping a like down below, and if you really enjoyed the video, well, make sure to get yourself subscribed and click the bell icon. And until next time, we'll catch you later.